All right, let's get into it.
Is it?
It is.
Friday.
It is.
Yep.
It is. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Warfighter Tobacco Podcast. I'm just going to skip the normals.
The whole, you're John, I'm Scott, that's Justin.
Yeah, because I'll probably mess it up today, so I'm not even going to attempt it.
Well, I got you, Bo.
Thanks, Scott.
But yeah, today we're going to talk about some stuff and some things.
It's usually what we do.
Yeah. No, we actually have some cigar related stuff we're gonna share on this episode. Some potential regulations, some fun stuff. We have a very unique question from Justin that he hasn't told us what it is yet. But yeah. What are you smoking?
I am smoking a Rosado 660.
Ooh.
Hence the old band yet.
I know.
Not too many of them have the old band on anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I have an old band as well. I'm smoking a retired 556 Connecticut Field.
Should we talk about the
double Corona?
Should we talk about the humidor that's behind us?
Yeah.
Behind you?
I was like, wait, there's a lot of humidors behind all of us. So
in front of you?
Well, there's one behind him. Actually, there's 1, 2, 3 behind him.
It's through a
I don't
few
even
layers
know
of
how many are
drywall.
behind you, plus a big ass one. I got a little one behind me.
The one behind John.
Yep.
That's the one where we put all of our either quality control issued cigars. So if there's a little tear or something we see before we ship it, we just throw it in there. That one is also if Justin needs to take pictures of cigars.
Yeah. Once if it comes out of the cello, it gets thrown in here.
If we've handled them at all, it goes in there.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple odds and ends like the discontinued double Coronas. Like we're down
2
to like,
boxes left
like
or something. Yeah.
Right. So they go in there or just stuff like that. And so that is our like just anybody's welcome to smoke it.
We call it the podcast humidor.
Yeah.
So whenever we're recording the podcast, we just pull out of here.
Yeah. It's funny though. None of our favorite cigars are in there anymore. I know like Jazz and myself, there's very few Rosados and Corojos in there.
Yeah. Only double Coronas.
Only double Coronas.
Yep. And Jazz is like, oh, I don't want to smoke one of these. So earlier this week when we recorded, Jazz was like, yeah, man, but I don't like that Churchill. And I'm like, cut an inch off. And he's like, oh yeah. And he pulls it out. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
That's
okay.
Kind of retarded if you ask me. But
yeah, like the Sumatras, there's only Robustos left in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there's some quality control issued cigars in there that we had either dry out completely or we had something happen to them.
Well, that was a batch. So we had a batch that I don't even know how many years ago now.
Yeah.
Well, how long? 5 years? 6 years?
Yeah. They sat in your office. I think you still have some.
I still have some. Yeah.
But they just weren't right.
Yeah. And so we pulled the entire. So the cool thing about all of our cigars, and most people won't even see this at all because it's done and before the end user gets it. All of our boxes and bundles, we have markings that are on them that allow us to reference dates, who rolled them, who packaged them, when that cigar was made, when it was packaged. All of that data is stored based on markings that are on either the bundles or the boxes.
Right.
So if we ever have an issue, we know exactly when it was made, who made it, what batch it came from, how many cigars were in that batch. And then if per se, like this one 5 or 6 years ago where there was an issue, we could pull that entire batch and none of them get out into the wild.
Right.
And that's what we did. So we got some that are hanging out.
And what we did as an experiment, because I think these were soft or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Really weird about them. But what we did was we just set them out in open air for years and then put them in the humidor now for a couple
See what
months.
they'll do.
And then we'll try them again.
Just a little science experiment.
And not that we'll ever sell them.
No.
But it might be something that me or you smoke.
Yeah.
To do.
I mean, shit, I've had those sitting on the shelf in my office for 5 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've smoked 3 of them in 5 years.
Yeah. And none of them, they've never really been great.
The last one I smoked, I don't remember. So it might've been
doable.
Okay. Yeah. Cause typically I'll remember, I'm like, oh man, that was really good. Yeah. Or that was bad.
I think if I remember right on these, they tunneled more than usual.
I think so. Something like that. There's, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? After this, we'll go grab some up to my shelf and smoke them and see what happens.
Anyway, so that's what's the humidor.
Yeah. And so that's why like we're not smoking. Well, we're not smoking night shifts because we are waiting for them from the factory.
Nobody's smoking night shifts right now.
And if you are, fuck, I'm jealous. Yeah, I can't wait to get those back.
I know. We kind of made a pledge to each other just this morning that we will try to never run out of those again.
Yes.
So it might take us one more cycle to like be completely caught up.
Yeah.
But
Well, this is the best problem that a company in the cigar industry could have.
Yeah.
I can't keep these in stock.
Yeah.
They are selling faster than I can order them.
yeah, and well, we can't rush them either.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yep. So
and so
we order, right? And by the time they're received to us, our sales growth has already exceeded what our order tempo is on them and our quantities.
So for an example, when we roll out a brand new cigar, like when the night shift is brand new, right? We're like, okay, let's do this many, and we can see how they sell, and if they're selling quick, it might give us time to, we'll kind of know when to order, and then it usually levels off a little bit. These have never leveled off.
They keep growing.
It
and
just
growing and growing.
Yeah. They have never leveled off. So that's our problem, because it takes us about 3-4 months to order to get them.
Yep.
And then by the time, like it's just, sorry, we run out. I apologize, but it's also your problem that you order them. So thank you.
No, it's great. And then like, we're not going to sacrifice anything to speed up the process.
Yeah.
Right. It's not going to be like, oh, okay, well, hey, can we shave a month off this? Don't age them as long, or, just go faster. Like, no.
Well, that's why we have,
we maintain our the same exact level of quality control and everything that we make. And so, sorry, but pause for effect, we have to do it this way.
That's why we have Gonzalo. We're like, hey man, we need these on the next shipment. He's like, I couldn't ship them. They weren't aged enough.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and I can't be mad.
Son of a bitch. That's why I love you.
Yeah, you can't be mad at them. You're like, fuck. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah.
If I could make a quick shameless plug, if you want to know when the night shifts are back in stock, make sure you're following us on social media, signed up for our email campaigns, because we always make sure we put out a big blast whenever they get back in stock, because we have had a lot of requests. So make sure you do all those things. Subscribe to, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe here, wherever you're listening. We will be announcing it there.
Yeah. And then about this exact time that we ran out of them, Half Wheel did their new review.
Their redo.
And gave us a 94.
I know.
When the 91 that we originally got was awesome.
Yeah.
But the 94 comes out, and literally, I think that within a 3-day period, we were out of them.
We ran out.
Yeah.
And like 2 or 3 days later, they dropped that article.
Yeah,
and I was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Trials and tribulations of a company in the cigar industry.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get them as fast as we can. But we're maintaining all of our quality controls and all the things that we do. But yeah, like I haven't had a night shift in probably a month.
I know.
Like, I don't have any.
I don't either.
Like,
Yeah.
I might have to go find a local shop and go buy them.
Right.
Just so I can go smoke one. Yeah. So let's talk about California.
I hate to,
I know,
but we need to.
we do. So
Land of the free here. This is an article that explains why we're in the freest country in the world.
what's the motto of California? Do they have like a state motto? I have found it. Okay, that doesn't really fit.
What is it?
Eureka.
It's I have found it. The Eureka, but the translation is I have found it.
Yeah. That means I have found it being your tax dollars.
Yeah. Yep. The ones that you haven't given me. So we're going to regulate you more. So essentially what's going on with California, the best state in this union, they have they're calling it an emergency regulation. And it's AB 3218.
Well, let's start with, what is an emergency regulation? Why would there be such a thing as an emergency regulation?
Okay, so let me read it verbatim so I don't mess it up and give you the cliff notes, because
I mean, just in general.
This emergency rulemaking continues a troubling pattern in California where last-minute legislative maneuvers and emergency regulatory processes are used to force through policies without adequate deliberation or stakeholder input.
So usually if there's a new regulation or something, there's a comment period.
Yeah. So with this one is the AB 3218 was introduced under the premise of being narrowly tailored and with no registration fees and limited impact. We'll get into the details here shortly. In the final stages of the legislative process, the bill is hastily amended to impose erroneous fees and broaden its regulatory scope. Last-minute changes induce costly compliance. Where's the part about why they using the emergency side of it?
Health reasons you told me.
Yeah, but I want to be able to say it.
Yeah.
Because here we go. The Attorney General's office is compounding the problem by invoking emergency rulemaking authority, claiming the immediate need for the, quote, preservation of public health, safety, and welfare, end quote, to fast track these regulations with minimal public input. The justifications for this action has not demonstrated the urgent threat to public health, safety, peace, or welfare, nor has it been supported by specific concrete evidence as required, rather than general and speculative claims.
So,
Stakeholders are being granted just 5 days to respond, and the California Department of Justice has reserved the right to reply to comments at its discretion. Meaning,
we don't have to.
hey, I don't think this is right. They don't even have to tell me you're wrong.
Right.
They can just be like, and that's it.
So emergency. So let's just say what this bill is first. Let's
Okay. Yeah.
cover that.
Yeah. We
Then-
skipped over all that stuff.
No, I wanted to though.
Okay.
Because
So I'll just start from the top with this one.
because this is a health emergency, and now John is going to explain why
yeah.
California is going to make Californians stay healthier as an emergency.
Yep.
Right. He's going to explain it all.
So yesterday, the California Attorney General's office released an emergency rulemaking package to implement Assembly Bill 3218, which mandates the creation of an unflavored tobacco list, a state-maintained registry of tobacco products deemed, quote, unflavored, and therefore permitted for sale in California. Under this framework, any product not appearing on this list will be presumed to be a flavored tobacco product and not allowed for sale in the state. While AB 3218 specifically exempts premium cigars, it does so only for products that meet the following definition. A premium cigar is a product that is handmade, not machine-made, has a wrapper made entirely from whole leaf tobacco. It must sell wholesale for at least $12 and cannot have a filter tip or non-tobacco mouthpiece. So that wholesale side of the $12 part, right? That essentially makes the retail side of the cigar industry unattainable.
Right.
Right.
So the wholesale is what we as a brand would sell cost-wise to the store in California.
Yeah.
Now, is this pre or post tax? Pre-tax, right? Okay. So $12
plus.
So imagine what you as a consumer in California would have to pay for a cigar that cost the store $12.
I think roughly right now, the California OTP tax rate is 54%.
Right.
So let's say you barely made it. You're at $12 and a penny.
Yeah.
Right. Now you add 54% of that into tax.
So
that's about, I don't know, $7, let's just say, six and some change.
Should be 6.5. Well, 6 and
yeah.
less than a penny. So 6.
So you're already at $18 and you didn't even mark it up yet.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the wholesaler, the store you go into, it costs them $18 to sell you that cigar.
Yeah.
So imagine what you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me keep going.
But the reason, John's going to get to the reason
so
they put that.
The cigar must also be hand capped to qualify. This definition, which has long been objected to, effectively nullifies an exemption for most premium products sold in the state as their wholesale cost is below $12. This emergency rulemaking continues a troubling pattern. I read that earlier. From the onset, the development of the UTL, the unflavored tobacco list, has not taken into account the unique usage patterns of premium hand-rolled cigars and their lack of motility, morbidity, and youth usage concerns that the tobacco products possess. AB 3218 was introduced under the premise of being I already read that earlier.
So what he just said there, though, was essentially they're referencing the study that was done that said cigars have zero bad health effects.
And underage, they don't use them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
these last minute changes introduced costly compliance obligations that will impose significant fiscal burdens on manufacturers and small businesses across the industry. As part of the proposal, here's the meat and potatoes. This
is what's going to save your lives.
Yeah, this is going to make sure that this health emergency in California is mitigated.
Yeah.
Right. As part of this proposal, the Attorney General's office has introduced a fee structure for manufacturers seeking inclusion on the unflavored tobacco list. A $300 initial application fee per brand style, a $150 fee per variant, and a $150 annual renewal fee for each listing, regardless of whether it was submitted as a product form or variant form. For the purpose of this regulation, the example of a brand style would be one of a company's single core brand markings, while the variants would include the various denomination counts and packaging formats associated with the product. So every different way you sell that, you have to submit.
Right. So $300 for the Rosado,
each blend,
the Rosado,
essentially,
right? Plus 6 different sizes is $150 each. That's $1,200 just to get the Rosado approved.
Yep.
Times what we have 6 core blends with all the same sizes. That's $7,200 plus all of our oddball ones. So you're looking at, it's going to cost us $10,000 just to be put on this list to be able to sell the company.
Your initial cost was $1,200 a blend, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, for us, it would be $900 every blend every year to renew.
Yeah. But this is okay.
Like, hey,
let me ask Siri a question.
Hold on. This is where it gets really fun because they try to justify it.
Yeah, this is healthy.
No. They justify the expenses.
Okay.
Right? Not for the health part of it. Okay. CRA has met repeatedly with officials in the Attorney General's office to convey the scope of the premium cigar industry and the real world impact this regulation would have on small manufacturers, retailers, and adult consumers. There's been success in significantly reducing the fee structure from the potential of $1,000 per brand style assessment the first year. So we made headway. We went from 1,000 to 300. Okay. That's cool. The current status remains unacceptable as it would bring tremendous filing burdens, excessive fees, and undue harm for the industry. Now, the Attorney General's office is compounding the problem by invoking emergency rulemaking authority. So here's where it gets very interesting, right? How many cigar brands are there, and how many different blends do they have, and how many different sizes and packaging variants do they have for each one of those across the industry for everything that's sold in California?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Right. So California thinks that these small fees, right, this $1,200 is going to account and make up for the time spent by the state in clerical work, in all the processing and all the paperwork and all the fucking bullshit. Right. These user fees essentially are self-funding our own regulation, just like the federal government does. Yeah. But okay, cool. Like, I get it. You guys fucking do it. It is what it is. If this goes through, right, overnight, they're going to probably have 10 to 20,000 applications. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you just imagine, remember how thick Drew Estate's price list was at the show?
Yeah. Right.
Every single line item needs an application.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But it's for the health of everybody.
Yeah, John. Right.
I'm going to ask Siri a question real quick. Hey, Siri, what year did people start smoking cigars in California?
The early days cigar smoking found its way to American soil in 1492 through the encounters between Europe.
1492.
Well,
1492.
it's weird though that Siri thinks people only smoked tobacco in the United States after 1492.
Why
Because there
ask-
were people here beforehand.
Right.
And I
Right.
guarantee you they smoked
Yeah.
tobacco.
But good for California to stop this health epidemic that's been going on since 1492
Right.
by imposing a bunch of fucking fees, because that makes everything healthier.
It's, you know,
right? Where is the health benefit to this emergency order?
all this solidifies in my mind is everything is legal but with a fee.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want to do in this world. There's just a fee associated
Yeah.
with it. Sometimes it's more expensive.
Right.
You know, for people who live in California, if they want to buy cigars, now they have to pay all these fees.
Mhm.
Or they have to vote out the people that are in office that are making these decisions.
Yeah.
You know, like that's it.
Yeah. It's crazy. So if this goes through, there's a hard chance that you're not going to be able to buy Warfighter tobacco in California.
Sorry.
Which, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Right.
What do you do? It'd be about 10 grand just
Yeah.
for us to be on the list.
Yeah.
And that's the first time. And then annually.
And then $8,000 every year after.
Yeah.
Plus $2,000 a year for a tobacco permit, plus 54%
yeah.
excise tax for all OTP products brought into that state.
Right.
No,
Right.
you're California. You are not profiting more than everybody else that's involved with this. Literally, the profit that the farms make from growing the tobacco, the profit that the factory makes for making the cigar, the profit that the manufacturer makes for selling it wholesale, the profit that the retailer makes for selling it to the end user.
Yeah.
The state will make more money than everybody in that line combined.
Right. That's insane.
Show me where that makes sense.
Right.
Show me where that is. We live in the land of the free.
Yeah.
There's nothing free about that.
No. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just remember, there was a war that started over a 3-cent tea tax.
I
California.
thought it was 2 cents.
I'm not sure.
Either way, it was pennies.
Yeah.
But that was on the other coast.
Yeah.
I still don't think news made it to them yet that that's how the world started. At least the one that they know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So sorry, California. If this goes through, it was real.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it wasn't real fun. Yeah.
Yeah. We love to hate you, California.
I know.
You make
You-
it so easy.
Just keep giving
You
us
make
more
it so easy for us to hate you.
It's going to decimate the cigar industry
It will.
in California.
In California.
You know, like the shitty part is they used to have a governor that smoked the fuck out of cigars.
Yeah. Bring Schwarzenegger back, man. Let's figure this out.
Like-
he would never stand for this.
Or he'd pull a JFK and be like, okay, I need like all these cigars imported real quick and then we'll pass this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, boys, we got to do a little good in the world recently. Did a
Yeah.
little fundraiser. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. We ran a small fundraiser in conjunction with a couple other businesses. So good friend of ours, Mikey Fahey, who does stand-up comedy, organized a comedy for a cause, a stand-up night. All the venue and all the comics donated all their time. 100% of all ticket sales went to this cause. And we were doing a fundraiser for a nonprofit called Intrepid Care. And they've been boots on the ground since the flood started up in Kerrville in the Hill Country in Texas. And so we're generating funds for them to help the ongoing efforts, help some of the cleanup that's going on right now, and facilitate, fuel and all the stuff that is being gone through. So Warfighter Tobacco had a small fundraiser we did. They did Comedy for a Cause, Mikey Fahey, spun that up. That was at Woodlawn Comedy Theater last week. And then our other really good friend, Jazz, it's actually Justin's brother. He has a game store here in San Antonio called Battle Pub Games. And he is the only game store that I know of that also has a bar in it. And so they donated all their alcohol sales from a one specific vendor, and they loaded pretty heavy with that.
Imagine walking into a store called Battle Pub and they didn't sell games.
That would be so awesome.
Like, what am I getting myself into going
That's
into
it.
Battle Pub?
All they had was just wooden sticks lined up against the walls.
Anyway, sorry.
But no, he does. It's a game store, so they do like tabletop games. What is it? Warhammer 40K. They have he just opened up just this past year, spun up a card game aspect of his business, whether it's buying full sets or individual packs or individual cards. I mean, they have everything. BattlePubGames.com. Or is it BattlePub.com?
I believe it's Battle Pub Games.
Battle Pub Games. Either way, you Google it, you'll find it.
Yep.
But so collectively, between the three of us, we raised right about $7,000. And we just did a quick. It wasn't like we're like, hey, let's run this for 90 days.
Yeah.
You know, I think ours was like 24 hours.
Yeah.
We had X amount of product, and
how did we market that?
So we kicked out an email.
Yeah.
And then our inventory management system fucked us.
Yeah.
And so we sold, I think, 5. And then the next day we sent out another email and, hey guys, sorry, we fucked up. And then it was a couple hours and we sold it. The allotted that we had. I think Jazz ran that bar sales for about 2 weeks, I think. Yeah. And then Mikey promoted the event for the comedy show for about 2 weeks. And then that was on August 1st. Huge shout out to everybody who participated in any one of the 3 different ways that we did this fundraiser. The outpouring of support and the sheer reach. There were guys that were buying drinks on Jazz's website from 5-6 states away.
Yeah.
There were guys that bought seats for the comedy show. There were hundreds and hundreds of seats sold. There's about 50 people that showed up.
Yeah.
It was a big theater. There's 1,000 seats in the theater. But yeah, it was, we were looking around and I was like, oh man, I'm like, it was kind of a shitty turnout. And then Mikey's like, oh, you should have saw the online sales. And I was like, oh, okay. But no, it worked out really well. And all that money's going to an amazing cause. If you still want to donate, even though our individual fundraisers are over, you go to intrepidcare.org, donate right through their website. And all funds you're either helping on the river cleanup or you're putting a veteran in an outdoors activity, whether it's a hunting trip, a fishing trip, or woodworking classes. I mean, there's so many different aspects of what we're doing right now. But that money, 100% of those funds are going. Nobody's taking a paycheck out of it.
Yeah. And Intrepid Care is they're branching out to, I think you said something about New Mexico.
Yeah. So we have a New Mexico program. We have a northern Louisiana. We do some predator hunts out there.
Texas is big, so it's like 4 states worth in Texas.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all over the state of Texas. We actually do some stuff up in western Nebraska still.
Yeah.
We do some duck hunts, goose hunts. I think we have 4 hunts in New Mexico this year. We have a sandhill crane.
Can't do that in Nebraska.
No. Which that would be the best place to do it. They're everywhere. It's funny. Like you could literally sit in Nebraska and you're like, man, I wish I could shoot these things. And
there's millions of them for like a week.
Then you go 2 hours south and you pass this imaginary line and you can shoot. Yeah.
They're protected in Nebraska. Last I knew, but years ago. But
no, they still are.
Yeah.
What else? We got an elk hunt coming up in New Mexico. We have I think it's a mule deer hunt as well. We got some really cool stuff. We got hooked up with the Nevada Parks and Wildlife.
Okay.
And they have a program where residents can donate their tags if they know they're not going to use them.
Uh,
Like if they're a landowner tag, or if they get drawn and they're like, oh shit, like I can't make it, or I'm not able to hunt anymore. They can donate their tags back to the state, and the state donates them to nonprofit organizations that have been approved. So we jumped through the hoops and got approved through the state.
awesome.
And so the past few years we've been getting donated tags, and it's really awesome. The only downfall to it is some of the stipulations, depending on what tags they are, is like it has to be a New Mexico resident.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Okay, cool. But the good thing is
and John says fuck because we're a long ways away from New Mexico.
yeah,
Just logistically.
it's like a 12 to 14 hour drive to where some of these areas are.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. The New Mexico resident part, that's no big deal. We have a network of veterans. And once we start operating in these states, we do have guys that are boots on the ground that are representatives, that expand that network. But now we have a New Mexico resident who is going to be guiding and leading these hunts.
Awesome.
That's part of the organization. He's still an active duty Air Force guy named Tanner. He's been up the river helping. He's helped guide some hunts. He's been on some hunts. And really, really solid dude. And he knows what he's doing, which is the best part.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to go be like, okay, this is how you age a deer.
Right.
And you want to do elk? Yeah, I'm not getting into that with you. Sorry, you got to learn that on your own. That's too much.
So after driving through New Mexico,
Yeah.
there's one form of hunting I would like to do is the pronghorn,
Yeah.
because I see them.
They're so dumb.
Well, they're so far away too. It's like, oh.
So you can
And
get
you can see it's so flat. You can see forever.
Right.
Like, oh, this would be fun.
the cool thing to do with pronghorn is archery, because
Yeah.
you can get close to them until you're about in range with a bow.
Right.
And then they're like, nah, we're good. And they move. And so you're just playing this game. And it's just wide open, flat.
Yeah.
So it's not like, so you got to find either
The bushes and the
something.
trees.
Yep. With the rifle, it's a lot easier, but they are kind of dumb. No, that would be really cool. I've always wanted to do a pronghorn hunt.
To me, it's a cool looking animal too. I
Exactly.
don't know.
I would totally do a shoulder mount on one
Yeah.
of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're winding down some of the fishing stuff that we're doing, but we're doing woodworking classes for veterans. Working on a Brazilian jiu-jitsu side, potentially doing classes or at least introductory classes. We're hosting all kinds of different style events. Hunts are amazing, right? But they're expensive and they take a long time.
Yeah.
You have weeks of planning, plus you have the however many days the hunt is, however the distance of travel, all that kind of fun stuff. So one of the things that we started doing is almost like networking nights. You've probably seen it. We've done a lot of fight nights, right? The UFC fight plays. We have a bar that teamed up that plays the fight in the bar. And we just try to fill it with vets and turn it into networking.
Yeah.
You're getting outside, you're talking to other like-minded people.
Yeah.
You're half hour into the event and you're like, oh fuck yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
Maybe I needed to talk to these people,
Right.
And so we're doing a lot more stuff like that. Actually, Warfighter just spun up something similar to that with a bar in New Braunfels, Texas called Cowboys and Cadillacs.
Really cool place.
Awesome place. So they have 3 different rooftop bars. I think they have 4 bars total and 2 kitchens total. It's a thing. But the food's phenomenal. They have all kinds of different booze. Everything from
the whiskey
high end down
selection
to
is
the normal stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah, they have a really good selection. And they also carry Warfighter tobacco cigars.
Yeah.
So the first Sunday of every month is going to be like a veteran networking type event. So we'll be there. We'll have some cigar specials going on. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. Starting around 8:30, they have a live band that starts after the cigar event's over, so we can actually communicate and the band's not just drowning us out. And then if you want to hang out for the band, cool. But you can smoke, you can eat, and you can drink in the same place. And that is extremely rare in the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing a veteran discount during that time as well.
Nice.
So yeah, first Sunday of every month, Cowboys and Cadillacs, New Braunfels, Texas. Saturday, what the fuck is wrong with me? It's the first Sunday of every month.
I think you said Sunday, no?
I think I said Saturday.
It's Sunday.
Either way, it's Sunday. The first Sunday of every month.
We will be throwing stuff up
Yeah.
on social media to remind everybody too. So
Yeah.
if you're bored on the first Sunday, come on down to good old New Bramfuls, hang out with the boys.
And you don't have to buy cigars. You don't have to buy drinks or food. You can just come hang out.
Yeah.
You know, we'll turn you into a cigar
You'll,
smoker.
my guess is you'll buy one of the three for sure, though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. What else is going on? Oh, we had the current events wise. We had the shooting on, what was that, Fort Stewart, right?
I have not had time to look into
Yeah,
that.
I haven't gotten on
Yeah.
I didn't.
What'd you hear on
I didn't catch much of it, but today they were giving out awards for the
like marksmanship awards?
No, John. They were giving out awards for the people who stopped it or helped the injured or
Okay.
whatever. And so, yeah, it was kind of cool to watch that. And some notorious service awards that were given out. Yeah, I guess I haven't heard the details though. So all I know is one guy pretty much stopped the shooter and was
Okay. An Army sergeant who the authorities said opened fire on his own unit at a military base in Georgia sent a cryptic text message to his aunt before the shooting, according to the sergeant's father. Soon, the sergeant wrote, he would be in a better place. 5 soldiers were wounded in the attack Wednesday morning at Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield, according to the base commander, Brigadier General John L. Lubis. More people could have been wounded, he said, if it hadn't been for an unarmed soldier who tackled the gunman and another who pinned him down until the police arrived. Other soldiers rushed to provide medical aid. The American soldiers highlighted exactly what the Army has meant to this country, Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll said.
that's who was handing out the awards.
Yeah. Yeah, didn't really say why.
Yeah, I mean, if by better place he means in prison in Leavenworth for a long time, I guess he must have been in a bad place.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where is Fort Stewart?
In Georgia.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think it's third ID, right? I think third ID's there.
I think, pretty sure this picture it's second ID.
Oh, it might be second. Yes.
But these are the people that helped stop and take down that asshole.
The gentleman on the end over here is the one that tackled him. The other ones all provided like aid.
I love the dude in PTs in the
PTs.
center, completely covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
So Hunter Army Airfield is I just saw it. Home to Third ID.
Third ID.
Yep. It is also home. Actually,
I think there's a range battalion there too, right?
yeah, but I'm trying to figure out if it's.
But
Yeah, so they got the Meritorious Service Medal. Apparently 2 of them were combat medics, so that was I mean, not entirely, but kind of right place, right time. They were there to like help people.
Yeah.
Do medic shit. But this kind of goes back to the whole like it's a gun-free zone, which means
the military, believe it or not, I bet most civilians don't know that.
Oh yeah.
But a military base is you can't conceal carry there.
Yep.
No.
You can't conceal even if you're a service member to bring firearms on. It's like a lengthy application.
But you still can't carry.
Yeah, you can't
yeah.
carry. Yeah, but just to like store it at your home because you have to live on base.
Yeah.
Like that's a fucking giant pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, but you're trained with them. Like
It's kind of crazy.
it's kind of ass backwards, but
Yeah, so it's funny. The on home.army.mil under Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield, home of the Third ID, and then it says it has quick links and it has all the different like units and all the stuff that's there and blah 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 and all this stuff, and it says nothing about Second Ranger Battalion. They're First Ranger Battalion.
But they're there, right?
Yeah, they're at Hunter Army Airfield.
Yeah.
I just don't know how the Hunter Army Airfield and Fort Stewart at one point wasn't Fort Stewart Hunter Army Airfield.
Right.
It was two separate entities, you know, just like all these other joint base things that they've done everywhere. But yeah.
So
Yeah, shout out to those people.
yeah, no kidding. Could have been worse.
Yes.
Right.
You know, it takes a lot of balls to tackle
Yeah.
an
Especially
active
if you have
shooter.
a firearm and you don't have one.
Yeah. Right.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be fun. Well, I'd like to deep dive into all the MOSs that were involved out of curiosity.
Well, judging by that dude's tattoos and Pete Black could give a fuck with his PT.
I think he might have been the medic though. I'm not sure.
that tracks. Yeah.
They had like a breakdown of like the two combat medics. I'm not seeing the other one's job descriptions.
Yeah.
But y'all want a little question from producer Justin?
What do we got?
So I thought of this right before we sat down. If you were going to blend a cigar to a specific food to pair with a specific food, what would the specific food be?
I don't know. Probably a steak. Or some kind of meat.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of what I thought.
Steve Saka did one. And it is
Macaroni and cheese.
no.
Love you, Steve.
It's the Red Meat Lovers.
Oh yeah.
So I was told a couple different things about this cigar.
I've never had one. I've seen it. I've never had one.
I've had them. They're pretty good, but I haven't done it how I heard. What I heard is you're supposed to light the cigar the same time you put your steak on the grill. And it pairs as you're cooking and eating it as you're smoking it.
Huh.
Now, coming from Steve Saka, I like, you know what? He probably did do something like that. But I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I heard this at a trade show. I think it was the year that it came out. I don't know. Maybe I have no idea. It was years ago. But yeah. So I know like on his website, it doesn't say anything about it. And I don't know if there's any videos or YouTube videos or, you know, blog articles or whatever. But I definitely heard it from somebody at one of the shows. So I have two of them sitting in my humidor. And one of these days when I cook a steak at home and remember I have that cigar, I'm going to do this. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to look at my humidor one day and I'm going to see it. I'm going to be like, you know what? And I'm going to put it in a Ziploc and I'm going to put a magnet on my fridge. And so I remember it every time. And maybe that weekend I'll cook a steak.
I can totally see John just like every time he's like, I'm going to do that. And then as soon as that steak hits the pan, he's like, oh yeah, the cigar. Fuck.
Yep. And what's going to happen is like, it's going to be in a Ziploc on my fridge and I'm going to change the Boveda pack out like twice. Because I keep forgetting it.
What you should do is just grab the cigar and then grab the steak. Be like, oh, steak time.
I know, right? Yeah. One of these days I'll get it.
Would steak be your pick, John?
I don't know.
I wonder if Guy Fieri, he would be the one to ask about this because he does cigars and he's a cook.
Yeah,
that's true.
This would be a great question for him.
I like too much food.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pick like just one thing and be like, I'm going to blend a cigar that goes amazing with this. You know what I mean? I mean, I could, but it'd be such a unique dish that, you know, like I had those ribeye chicharrones with fresh guacamole in Mexico City.
Yeah.
That would be amazing to pair a cigar with.
Right.
How often am I in Mexico City? You know what I mean?
You know, and I don't know. There's not a lot of, I like to smoke immediately when I get done eating.
Yeah.
But as I'm eating, I don't know that
I've done it before.
I kind of want to put it down. I've done it
Just to try.
in Nicaragua in the
Yeah,
restaurants, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
It's because that's what you do.
Right. Anyway, we just got an email from George, who gave us this bottle of triple
Oh, hell yeah.
and said, thanks for the shout outs for the Jameson I sent you. Looks like you guys enjoyed it. We did. We did joke.
Very much
Thank you.
so.
Wrong
Sorry.
podcast for me to acknowledge this. But I'm going to anyway while it's on my mind.
We'll hit it next week too.
Yeah.
I'll try to remind you.
Well, George listened to this when he got another shout out. But there is a blue bottle of Jameson Triple Triple. It is a duty-free exclusive. And the blue bottle,
And it's a limited release.
the blue bottle is a limited release Marsala cask edition. Because the normal triple is the duty-free version is an orange label.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal. But the Marsala one,
It was great.
it was so good.
Yeah.
That one, I need like 2 cases so I can find all the cigars that can pair with it.
When you go through a duty free, are you restricted by how many bottles you can get?
Kind of.
You have to be able to carry them.
I also
annoying.
learned that just because you bought it in a duty free doesn't mean that you are exempt from paying duty on it when you go through customs.
Oh, that's right.
So you are supposed to declare what you bought at duty free.
Really?
Yes.
That's kind of counterproductive. Why don't I
So
just
now what
pay
it
the
is
duty at
is
the duty-free?
if you bring in less than the required amount,
right.
it is tax free and duty free. Right? Because you don't have to pay the import duty,
Right.
and you didn't pay sales tax when you
Right.
bought it. Even if you buy it from duty free and it's above whatever that allotted amount is that you can bring in without having to pay duty on it, then you have to pay whatever the duty is to bring it in. So it's not like you're like, oh, you can't have that, we're taking it. It's just like, no, you just got to pay the taxes on it.
Mhm.
Which brings me back to when we brought those 4.5 liter bottles back from Panama, and we walked right through customs because we're like, you got anything to declare? We're like, nope, it's all duty free.
He said, do you have anything to declare? And I said, this big ass bottle of Jameson.
But yeah,
He just
so we
waved-
walked right
he just
through,
waved
and then
me
that
through.
second lady stopped us
Yeah.
again, and we just kept going, right?
Yeah.
And I think they just didn't want to fuck with us. Because I was coming back from another trip overseas, and I went through customs and like, do you have anything to declare? And I was like, nope. I was like, the only thing I bought when I was gone is stuff from duty free. He goes, you have to declare that. And I was like, what? I was like, it's duty free. And he's like, yeah, where you buy it. But if you bring in more than what you're allotted, then you have to pay duty on what is more. And I was like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. And he's like, actually, it makes perfect sense. And I was like, you know what I mean? He's like, I do. Like, the dude was super cool about it. I wasn't over the limit.
I wonder what the limit is for alcohol.
They it's
Probably per country, I would imagine, but it's
Um,
probably good for me to know this because I sometimes bring 6-7 bottles back.
It's probably not enough. It should be a higher number. They should let you get more.
yeah.
okay. So
likely.
there isn't a strict federal limit on the amount of alcohol you can bring into the U.S. for personal use, but there is a duty-free allowance. Travelers aged 21 or older are generally allowed to bring in 1 liter of alcohol duty-free per use for personal use as a gift.
Scott's storing that one in the memory bank right there.
No, I'm brain dumping that one. I'm going to plead ignorant. I had no idea.
I'm on CBP's website right now getting the actual details on
Watch, it's like
it.
41 cents a bottle or something. Okay, who do I make the check out to? I don't have that much cash.
I was just curious because I'm like, if someone went to a duty free, I didn't know if it was like just 1 bottle or something. So I was like,
No,
oh,
you can buy. They'll sell you as much as you want to buy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. But usually you're duty free. You have carry on luggage, so like there's only so much you can
Yeah. You
pack. in
Take
the
with you.
suitcase, Yeah.
Okay. According to this, there is no you are required to pay excise tax on anything you buy at duty free.
You are, or aren't?
You are.
Oh,
It doesn't have a. There's no limit, but it says large quantities definitely draw attention by Customs and Border Patrol.
interesting.
Yep.
note to self: bring a large, semi-empty backpack.
I always do, sir.
Yep.
So no, the way I do it is when I go into the country, like say Nicaragua, I'll buy 7 bottles.
Mhm.
I'll drink 2 or 3 while I'm there. I don't know why. And then the rest of them I'll put in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Check it, and then when I go through duty free coming back in, then I'll buy what I can carry.
Scott's broken the code right here.
So
A seasoned vet.
yeah, I've never declared any of that though.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I figure, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Sorry, not sorry.
It doesn't really say, but yeah, it says everything's subject.
Yeah.
But
But have you ever had to pay it at customs?
no,
How do
they
they-
never declare it.
Yeah, but I wonder how they even do that.
So they have a federal excise tax rate.
But I mean, who do you pay? Where do you go to pay?
They'll do it right there.
Just,
Yeah.
just picture it's like you go to a coffee shop and it's just they flip around and be like it's not required, but if you feel so inclined, it's a little
Yeah,
tip.
it's just going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
For me, the entry point is like a Walmart checkout, right?
It just
Just
self-scan.
start scanning stuff through. Like, what's my total?
Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Is this a self checkout line?
Well, yeah, then you'd have alcohol, so then you gotta wait for the little light to start beeping. Someone's gotta come check your ID. Uncle Sam's always gonna get his.
Right. Anyway, what else? This has gone on long enough, probably.
Okay, 1 American liter of alcoholic beverage may be included in your returning resident personal.
What about a foreign leader?
Well, I think the 1 American liter is 33.8 fluid ounces because we measure differently here. Yeah, you can bring back 1 liter of alcohol beverage for personal use duty free. However, states may allow you to bring back more than 1 liter, but you will have to pay any applicable customs duty at your port of entry.
Okay. Wow. They don't teach this in high school. I don't know this.
I know, right? How to pay. U.S. currency only. Personal checks in the exact amount drawn from U.S. bank made payable to U.S. Customs and Border Patrol or Border Protection. You must present identification such as a passport or driver's license. CBP does not accept checks bearing second-party endorsements. Government check money order or traveler's check if the amount does not exceed the amount owed by more than $50. In some locations, you may pay duty with either MasterCard or Visa. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, there's a lot when it comes down to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
So you can leave and bring back 400 previously exported cigarettes. But you have to be able to prove that they're American goods returning that you left with them.
Right.
Yep.
I know cigars is usually 50 in most countries. That's like the lowest number, 50 per person.
Here it says returning resident travelers may import tobacco products only in quantities not to exceed the amount specified in the personal exemptions for which the traveler qualifies, not more than 200 cigarettes and 100 cigars if arriving from other than a beneficiary country in insular possession. Fancy words. Yeah. So only 100 cigars.
I know Jamaica was 50.
That's coming back in. That's not going.
Yeah,
somewhere
going
else.
to
Every other country is different.
Yeah, going to Jamaica was 50.
Yep.
Because they asked me how many cigars you got? And I said, probably around 100. And they're like, and they're all yours? And I'm like, half of them are hers. And I wasn't lying. It was Michelle, right? So they're like, oh, okay, you're good. But if I wouldn't have caught it, I bet I would have.
Right.
I would have fucked myself a little.
Yeah.
So
I haven't done anything stupid, but I've been fairly lucky with having those conversations.
yeah.
Like I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize my ability to travel.
Right.
Yeah,
of
because
course.
I do it too much for too many reasons.
Well, I
that
think
are very important.
I think too, if you we were ignorant to this until just now, right? But if you're going through and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, what do I owe you? Like I'll pay,
and
right. And
that is all that it is.
Then the conversation I think ends.
That is all that it is.
Yeah.
It's not that like you can't have these.
Right.
It's, oh, this exceeds your limit. So if you would like to keep these, it will cost X in duty.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here you go. Thanks.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Cool.
There's a whole thing, a whole fucking page on Cuba. I'm not even going to get into that.
Oh, I bet.
Yep.
What, we got anything else? Any other topics?
I don't believe so. But if you are listening to this and you can comment, let us know what food you would blend a specific cigar to. What's your favorite food? What do you want a specific cigar to?
And if you can't comment, let us know that you can't comment.
Bingo. You boys got anything else?
I'm just trying to think. I don't even.
Got any questions for the people out there?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that California stuff's about the latest in the industry right now.
Oh, John, you have an event coming up, don't you?
Maybe.
Out in Arizona?
No.
No? Never mind.
Justin's just making shit.
I'm just making
Yeah.
shit
No,
up.
not yet. It is too damn hot in Arizona to do events right now. We talked about this in the spring, actually, and I talked about it with a bunch of the retail partners that we have out there. So it'll be in the fall is when we do another Arizona tour. We'll do the same kind of like we did last time. We'll line up probably 4 or 5 different events all across the valley, and try to get the redacted cigar into as many people's hands as we possibly can. That's good. I think this next one's going to be fun. We got a lot of cool ideas for some of the events that we're going to be doing. Just fun wise, like we've done enough at these shops that once we build the relationship and the rapport, we can actually start having fun instead of just like yeah. But yeah, so we'll put all those dates out once we know when that happens. And we do have an event coming up. It's going out when this goes out. It'll be at War Wagon Cigars in East Texas. Dave will be out there running that shit show. It'll actually be a really fun event for those guys. He's got a bunch of fun items doing the redacted promo as well. What else do we have coming up after that? I think that's it for the next immediate little while. And then we have the first Sunday in September at Cowboys and Cadillacs in New Braunfels. And then we're starting to roll into the fun part of the year.
Yeah, then it gets busy again.
Yeah. I'm just excited for it to cool off.
It has been hot here. It's
Yeah.
been hot here. Yeah.
It's 117 in Phoenix.
Ooh, gross.
No,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well, if you want to cool off, go to Colorado. Go way up in the mountains. It's cold up there.
I take it back. It's only 113 there right now.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal.
But it's a dry heat.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It makes the evenings more pleasant when it's dry.
Yeah.
Utah was
Yeah.
80 at night.
Yeah.
But it was like,
Feels chilly.
it didn't feel chilly. It just didn't feel hot. It felt like,
Yeah.
I wasn't sweating.
How'd the cigars hold up with the
Uh,
elevation and the dryness?
Not to be, believe it or not, at Elevation, I smoked some very high cigars, like 13,000 feet.
Yeah.
I'm smoking cigars. They burned okay.
Yeah.
And my lighter, this one, worked great.
Those ones work amazing.
3-jet.
Yep.
Yeah. But
But it wasn't, your flame is probably like an inch. And when you're up there, your flame is probably like 3/8
I
of
had
an
to turn
inch. Yep.
I had to turn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we filled it, we filled it with the high altitude fluid before we went up
Yep.
there. And it's different to smoke a cigar. They smoke different at that altitude.
They do.
And it was fun to play with it. Yeah.
What I found out,
And it feels different because the air's thinner.
that's what I was going to talk
Yeah, yeah.
about.
Yeah.
What I found out for doing it. So we had 2 different experiences of smoking cigars at elevation, right? Because you smoke a cigar, whether you were hanging out or cruising around, but you were seated. And, you know, if you were going to hike somewhere, you hiked 200 yards to take a picture and then you went back, you know. Yeah. When I go elk hunting, I might smoke one cigar the whole time I'm there.
Right.
But I'll do it. So like, I'll kind of like what you were saying, like I'll find that peak and that beautiful view and I'll get up there and I'll drop all my shit and I'll get super comfortable, light a cigar and just take everything in.
Yeah.
Right. And that's about the only cigar I have because for the next like 4 hours, I am sucking so bad trying to get around on foot. And that, you know,
so I lost a little weight
and
the elevation did not affect me nearly as bad as I thought it would.
That's awesome.
So
in regards to drinking or
both.
Yeah.
Both. And walking. Yeah.
Because years ago you had a moment with alcohol.
I had a moment in Colorado. What was it? Colorado
that was
Springs?
Denver. You were
Colorado Springs.
Yeah, but still, you weren't even up in the mountains.
It's a little higher in Colorado Springs.
It ain't that much higher.
It is a little bit. But I got so fucked up so quickly. I had no idea what happened. And it was John pointed out to me. It was
okay. So Denver is mile high, 5,280.
Yeah.
Colorado Springs is 6,033.
It's a little higher.
800 feet. Actually, it's like 747 to be exact, but still. Yeah, we drank. So that night in that we're talking about in Colorado Springs, we drank. It wasn't a race, but we were all drinking drink for drink.
Yeah.
Nobody was like lapping anybody else. Nobody was drinking a drastically more amount than anyone. So the venue that we're at in the basement, it was actually where the venue, the stage and all the seats and everything was. And then upstairs, like ground level, was just the regular bar. Yeah. So after we drank throughout the entire event, and it was what, hour and a half long?
Yeah.
Wasn't that long. Yeah. And then we went upstairs just to continue hanging out for the night. And so we walk upstairs, and I remember this vividly. We get upstairs, you and the other guy that was there, we're like, hey, we're gonna grab this table, we're gonna get some food. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna run on the patio and I'm gonna talk with everyone that's out there smoking real quick. I'll be right back in. Literally went out there, lit a cigar that I was previously smoking, smoked, I don't know, 10, 15 drags off it. Bullshitted with the guys that were out there. Hey, man, I gotta run back in. We're ordering food real quick. I'll be right back out here. Yeah, cool, no problem. I walk back inside 10, 12, 15 minutes later, maybe. And you guys are in this booth and you are fucking puddles.
It was bad.
You don't even know your own name. You probably don't know where you are. At one point, I can't remember which one of you it was just grabbing random food off of people's plates that were sitting there. And I'm like, it's okay. We'll take care of the bill. But like you guys were, and I was like, what happened?
I got 3 or 4 Ubers that night that we
only took one.
We only took one to the same place. Yep. They just kept leaving.
And they just kept charging us too. Yeah. Oh, that was a fun night.
Yeah.
That was a really fun night. But yeah, altitude affects humans drastically if you're not prepared for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was fun though.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So if you want to know what our upcoming stuff and events are, follow us on our social medias. We put out all of our event flyers on there. If you have any questions for us, drop them in the comments or shoot us a message and let us know. We will answer them on the next episodes. Or if you want us to try something, do a fun trick with a cigar. Like, there's all these random.
You have to put a lane there.
Yeah. I was getting to it. There's all these random cool things that people find out about cigars via the internet. Like in earlier episodes, we smoke cigars backwards.
Yeah.
Like all this random fun stuff. Like we're not against it. It's not like, oh my God, that's blasphemy. You can't do that with a cigar.
Do we still have 2 eggs?
We might.
We could do the middle.
What I want to do is just with a regular cigar, just do a punch and light the ends and see if it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's, so if you guys think anything fun like that too, let us know. We'll have some fun with it. But other than that, go to warfightertobacco.com for all your smoky tree needs. Is that it, Justin? You got anything?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
cool.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Bye, everybody.